we're continuing on with the topic of Pokemon Go. The success and struggles of Pokemon Go. We've already talked about basically the success in our testimonies. If you're listening to the individual snippet, you can check out gaming.youtube.com/Koppai Gaming or youtube.com/Koppai Gaming or iTunes, SoundCloud, etc., etc. But these are some hard facts. The other snippet is a little bit more subjective of how we think the game's being successful. Here's some hard, cold facts. Pokemon Go has topped the App Store for the free game chart. Nintendo shares have soared due to the Pokemon Go, 10% raise, highest in the past 2 months. And because of the success of Pokemon Go, it's also been having some struggle.
Yeah.
The servers have been going down periodically. We recommend that that does happen, you just close the app and try to get back in. And also, I recommend using a Google account. I think that probably I've heard that makes it more efficient, and it's also just, I think, more slick to
Yep.
use Google. I just can imagine that having easily transferable connectivity between some other apps
I
that you.
would also, I've heard this, and maybe just a warning to people who haven't heard this. Supposedly, if you're spending money on the app and you're buying like incense and stuff like that, be careful about like using those maybe in these early days if you're if at least if you're spending money on it. If it's given to you for free, I've used a couple incense when it's just like because I've leveled up. But if you use an incense and maybe you paid for it and then the server goes out, you completely lose the incense and the time left for it once you go back into the app. So some people are supposedly losing a little bit of money due to the server issues and having bought some incense and then using it and it crashing. So beware. Like there are a lot of server issues right now. It's pretty unstable. So I
Yeah.
would maybe just refrain from buying anything in the app at all right now unless it's like Pokeballs and something like that,
And
Something
if
that's
it's Pokeballs, just go to Pokestops. Like you
yeah.
get, I
I
have,
I
I
finally
think.
got great balls today.
Whoa, what?
Yeah.
Oh, I was just about to say I have like an abundance of Pokeballs, but I just checked. I only have 8, so
Yeah.
I've used a lot. I haven't been doing much walking. I've just been catching Pokemon that come to my apartment while we've been recording this.
Once you hit
Uh,
level 12, I guess, you get the great balls.
oh well, I'm only level 8. You're growing up fast, man. But
Yeah,
I had to
that's true.
work a lot, and you got all this other stuff. I got moving in,
Yeah.
but I'm hoping to go for a walk after we get done recording. So,
Kayla
which
and I
is
have just been going kind of crazy going Pokemon going. Like, she's been super into it. I taught her the Pokemon trading card game, so she's been super into that. Like, she's been just Pokemoned out.
my thing with teaching my wife how to do Pokemon Go is, oh, there's a Jinx in my apartment. I gotta catch her.
What the crap? I need to be checking my Pokemon Go. Because that
Yeah,
freaking Jinx.
I have 2 Jinxes now. And one of my friends from North Central, they live nearby,
They're
and they
probably
were,
up in Minneapolis, those Jinxes.
yeah, yeah, because my friend that was walking his dog nearby, we saw him, and I'm like, Cody, are you Pokemon going? And he's like, yeah, I just caught a Jinx by your house, and I'm like, no way. And so, but yeah, the server issues. What were we talking about? I don't even know. I was saying something. I don't know. Oh,
We got
with
distracted by
with
the brilliance of Pokemon Go. But at
yeah,
least it's all connected.
with my wife, I don't know if I want her to get into it simply because when we do walk, I mean, she's not going to be walking alone too much. Just because a tiny just girl walking in the city and stuff after at dark or during the day or whatever. I mean, she won't be walking during the day because she'll be at work, and at nighttime, like just anyone,
Yeah.
male or female, just walking in the downtown Minneapolis area at night, not that super. I think this city's actually pretty clean and safe and all that, but it's just you don't want to tempt fate. And so she probably won't be walking alone too often. And if she is walking with me, she kind of is just living vicariously through me, where she's like looking like, oh, what did you catch? Is there a Pokemon over here? Is there a Pokestop? Cool.
Yeah.
But her having it herself, like I don't think she seems interested in the game and is blown away by the phenomenon of it, but I don't think she's like needs it herself
And
when she has
Kayla,
just fine.
it's absolutely taken over her. Like, I had to tell her last night because she's like, I caught all these Pokemon on the way home, and I'm like with Simba in the back seat and stuff, you're like driving and catching. I like be careful, Like she's like, we were like stopped and stuff. I'm
Yeah,
like,
because you can't catch them when you're driving if you're going
you
too
can,
fast.
you can. It's because I've been driving around a lot, and if they do appear and you're able to click on them in time and engage, they won't
Yeah.
disappear in time. But yeah, for the most part, while it's driving, it's a little finicky. But like I don't know, like with her, I wanted to make this point that like versus Mitomo, she had we were in the car and my phone was like dead, and I have been able to log into her phone a couple times and play on my account on her iPhone,
That's true.
but she created her own account and stuff and was like giving me her phone like, here, catch some Pokemon for me and level me up while your phone's dead. And I'm like, oh, what? Like, you're not even gonna be playing this in a week, cause like Mitomo and stuff. And she's like, this is not like Mitomo, like
Yeah,
where
that's the difference though with my wife. My wife is, I mean, she's not been on it as much lately. It's because we've been so busy in our life with the
right,
wedding,
yeah.
honeymoon, moving. But she's hardcore with Mitomo.
Yeah, but
I've had
just the
so many
thing about
drowsies in my
Mitoma
apartment this whole time.
is Mitomo has a huge dropout rate. Like she's kind of an outlier in that way, but just for the majority of people, myself included, and I think even you, like my use of Mitomo on, I've been trying to use it almost every day, but it's mostly out of a chore, and it's mostly become a I go in, change my clothes, get those points, I go and answer a few questions, but I'm not like excited to open up Mitomo and like being like,
Yeah,
oh, what did somebody reply to my thing? And I can't wait to go in and change my clothes today. Ooh, what's in the shop? What did it refresh? Like none of that stuff. I think for the majority of people, I don't think that it's had that sort of stay with them. Yet Pokemon Go is just way expanded. It's more of an actual game than Mitomo is. And it has the exploring features. It's like an exercise app on top of also being a game, and also
yeah,
has the history aspect. So it didn't really when I said that it was like, oh crap, like that's actually true. Like you probably will be playing this in a week, and we'll probably both be playing it for quite a while. I could
yeah,
see that the drop off rate. I'm kind of almost hoping in a way that it kind of drops off a little bit. It's like, come on, people. Like some of these guys, I don't know what you're playing Pokemon Go for, but I don't know. Maybe it's like the whole I everybody should be equal to play it. I don't want to be like hating on,
yeah,
the grandma who's like, I'm gonna play Pokemon Go. But I feel like some people are doing the bandwagon thing and where they're not really that maybe serious about it. They're rushing into it in the first week and then maybe it'll drop off and more of like the hardcore fans and people will be on the servers, the people who actually have been playing Pokemon all of their like memorable life that they can, think as far back
yeah.
to basically will be playing it, and maybe like the server will die down a little bit. Maybe it won't be as crazy like walking around seeing everybody on their phones, but maybe it is kind of cool. Maybe it should stay that way. I'm not totally sure what I think about that completely. I guess I'm more towards just the I don't really care, just everybody make it continue to be a phenomenon. But I did think it was just kind of interesting that I wonder what that the bandwagon hype is versus how many people are going to be falling off in a week that lose interest and are like, yeah, I'm not going to be going out every single day to these Pokestops anymore. And, it's just, how many of those people that are just in it and going ridiculously crazy with it for about a week and then they're going to fall off. It'll be interesting to
Yeah.
see because it's only been, like 3 or 4 days since it's been out. And even in some areas, it's not even out yet because of the pause and the rollout. So,
I
yeah,
think
it'll
though,
be
I
interesting.
think it'll spread. Like if
Yeah,
anything, I
yeah,
think it'll get only bigger from here. Is because
yeah. It's crazy to think.
I think you're gonna have people that are like in a week. Why is everyone talking about Pokemon Go? I'm okay. I'm gonna go ahead and download it. Oh, it is
Yeah,
fun,
yeah,
you know. And then those some of those people will stick, some of them won't. Then people will back off. I think the big kicker will be if the game can last 2 months, which I think it will, especially with updates and if they add in new mechanics and if they add in new Pokemon, especially um, when
I
school
can't wait until they
starts.
add new Pokemon. Please do it.
What?
Please add new Pokemon. I
Oh
can't
yeah,
wait
yeah,
until they do. I
yeah.
want my Cyndaquil.
Yeah, I need to get my what is it?
Totodile?
I only know my Chatot or
Oh, yeah, yeah.
because I only know him as Amadeus. That's my
That would
nickname.
be quite a while until they add that one.
I know, but I want him.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Greninja.
Greninja. But or what's the new one? The new one's out. You know, like Drampa. I want my
Yeah.
Drampa. I'm my little dragon buddy.
My
Um,
Pikapeck.
but I think when school starts though, I mean for colleges, you're gonna have people at their
Yeah,
Pokestops
I
every
thought
day
about
between
that too.
classes when they're
Yep.
walking to classes. But the big thing is you have all these little kids with smartphones nowadays, and imagine if you could have been an elementary school kid going to school and talking about the Pokemon you see like on your walk to school, out at recess.
Yeah.
I mean, on the walk home from school, all of that. Like, there's the safety concerns with all of that, but at the same time, like, it's going to evolve into such a cool social thing that a lot of other fads, like, that's the big thing that keeps a fad going is Facebook is sticking around because it is social interactivity. Twitter is huge on social interactivity because it's all about the celebrity engagement and stuff. Like, these websites that take off and have these little hooks and stuff are the ones that allow you to engage and connect with people. And Pokemon Go, more so than anything else, especially by Nintendo, is so rooted, and this is all about the stories that you can tell one another.
Yeah.
Which
What's
is why
also
once battling and trading comes in, like that'll
Yeah,
make it
yeah,
even.
yeah, for sure. One other thing that I was gonna say is that there's these third-party apps or whatever too that allow you to, like, there's this Pokemon Go chat sort of thing that's really popular on the App Store that allows players to kind of find each other more and add friends and chat and communicate. And so with those sort of things, I guess like even Twitter kind of has those third-party apps and ways to enhance your experience there. I think that this also will benefit from that added connectivity if they never do add a, which they said they'll add leaderboards and stuff. So, but even if they didn't, there's these other ways that you can connect with people, and I think that will just add fuel to the fire, basically,
Yeah.
of people connecting and even the Reddits of the threads of people still discussing it, and all of the online Pokemon forums, just how big Pokemon is in general, and
Yeah, and
since
I
it's a
don't.
free app.
My big concern with the game, like with the success and the struggles and stuff, is just how much we saw the initial reports that people were kind of buying their success in the game, that all the gym leaders were people that had money to spend on the game. And that was kind of heartbreaking. So it's like, dang it, like I don't want this to be like a whoever has the like pay to win, you know.
Yeah, yeah,
But as the games evolved and gone through the weekend, that may have been the case for the first couple days because people could immediately buy their way to have eggs and have
right, yeah,
lures and get a bunch of Pokemon stuff. And that, I mean, having money and spending money on the game will still boost the time with all of it. But as things balance out and as people get the rhythm of it, like it's not going to be necessarily a pay to win. Like at its heart, I guess technically it is pay to win. You know,
yeah, yeah,
you can pay more money, which allows you to get more Pokemon, which allows you to train faster and win. But that doesn't necessarily like mean that that's the only way you can, you know. And so
yeah.
some closing notes on this is that Niantic CEO John Henke or Hank has revealed that the business insider the company has decided to pause international rollout of Pokemon Go. Basically, so they can focus on the server issues. They quote, "We thought the game would be popular, but obviously it struck a nerve." And so, the other people in the other regions, such as Australia, oh no, that it's available in Australia, New Zealand, and the United
Mm.
States. But for other regions, you may have to wait a little bit longer. It's just the woes of success.
Yeah, Canada
Uh,
is up there like, come on, what? But
yeah,
really, honestly, I think that all those people, if you really want to play it, if you have an Android phone, it's really not that hard to get the game.
it's not hard to
Um,
do with an Apple phone either, because I got
yeah.
Mitomo from the Japanese server. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah. It's pretty easy, and it's all, and since it's not like a Mitomo thing where, oh, I guess that was already translated and everything. There was really no reason that they didn't just give it an international
Yeah.
rollout for
And
Mitomo.
if you use a Google account, you should just be able to get it and then transfer your stuff over when you do that.
Yep,
So yeah,
yep.
go ahead and download it. But that also may be why the servers are crashing. So actually, don't do that. Don't do that. What is it, Hayden? Hayden up in Canada?
Hayden!
Sorry, Hayden. Yeah. Oh crap, Hayden can't get it right now, can he?
He
I don't
probably
know.
has it. I
Yeah,
would sus
Hayden. If anything, he's like a Pokemon fan. Like he loves Nintendo, but I mean, above all else, he's like, yo, where's my Lucario amiibo? We're gonna get it to you, Hayden. I'm hoping to get it to you like in the next few days, but not like get it to you, but you know, order it for you and all that. So sorry about that. At least you have Pokemon Go. All your dreams are coming true. Speaking of Pokemon Go, we've talked about it briefly. We'll touch on it very ever so shortly. Just the future of the game. Niantic where they were spoken to about the future of the plan of the game. They talked about the future of the Pokemon Go updates. The company said they want to have different ways Wait. Stop this snippet. Go back real quick to the success. Scribble on my notes. What am I even talking about? Some other things about the success of Pokemon Go that I wanted to say is that Pokemon has been installed on more devices than Tinder, the dating service.
Whoa,
Pokemon Go is more popular than adult website searches on Google. It is currently the number, like one of the big tabs, being searched for than some other more graphic terms.
that's
Um,
crazy.
and what, yeah, because say what you will about that, but I mean that adult entertainment is super successful, and usually drives all sorts of internet searches and technology and stuff. And if Pokemon Go is surpassing that, then you know you have some success on your hands. And Pokemon Go is also about to surpass Twitter and daily Android users. And so that's the success of Pokemon Go. Back to the show notes.